first shot of the game is taken there by, Davey Emila, the U.S. blue team with the first possession. There's another chance for Connor Kelly. The dive, but the save made by Jared Jensen. Ball is loose. Doug Utting will pick it up eventually. Takes a couple of tries. Connor Kelly will slow him down. He is caught on defense. So we'll see if Tel Aviv goes after. No, now he's hustling off the floor. The pass to Solomon through the middle. Little bounce pass. Hard shot on the far side. Doesn't get through. Zach Paul is absolutely flattened as he goes for the loose ball. That'll be a little bit over the line, so they establish the physicality allowed early on. Just a little bit less than that. Adam Fishman comes in, tosses it to the near side. Solomon will throw it up to Deckelbaum. There's Fishman trying to fight his way through the check from Newman. Jared Newman knocks it free. Eric Fisher trying to pick it up, and he'll get possession back for Tel Aviv. He's a little shaken up on the play, but he managed to spin and whack the stick of the USA Blue defender. Cal Bergman's shot goes wide on the far side, and Brandon Miller, the starting goaltender for USA Blue. Now, last night, Goa Abrams in the quarterfinal, a thriller that it turned out to be, went the distance. So Brandon Miller starting tonight. We'll see if he plays the entire, well, it turns out to be 40 minutes. I was under the impression, I've been saying it all along, that the only game that was different was the gold medal game, but announced just as we're about to start that we're going 4 10-minute quarters running time here in the semifinals. Strip check, nice job by Donnie Moss to get that ball loose. Took a bit for the U.S. to come up with it. But Marty Bose will get it ahead. Bose starts to duck underneath. Adam Kruder on him. It's a pair of big human beings battling down there. Amala with the shot. It bounces right out to him near center, at least near the high restraining line. He's going to let one rip with 6 left on the shot clock. Anthony Kelly goes after it, but it's Amala who will almost get it. It gets away from him. Jake Silberlicht has the ball for Israel, for Tel Aviv. Most of the players on this Goldstar Tel Aviv team do play for the Israel national team. And if they don't, they're hoping to. Eric Fisher up top. Over to Deckelbaum. They go low to Bergman. Bergman on the run. Gets some space, shoots, but it's blocked. I think Brett Manny soaked that, and he's going after it. O'Doherty's starting to go for the ball, then he runs ahead. Oh, the pass, and too many men being called on Goldstar Tel Aviv, and we have just seen a plague of illegal substitution calls in this tournament. So the first power play will come for USA Blue. This game is flying by. The pace is quick. The time is just taking off. There's been hardly any stoppages. Not that the clock stops anyway. But they've never stopped moving out there. There's 6:10 to go. Oh, never mind. We're doing 10-minute quarters. It's only 4 minutes in. I was still in 15-minute mode. McCardle at the top of the power play for Blue takes the pass. Thought about going to Amala. Now it's Kelly with the hard shot at Jensen. Catches it and throws a lead pass for Deckelbaum. Might be too far, it is. That's going to be grabbed by Dominique Alexander. His outlet pass, a little bit of a reach, but it was pulled in by Bose. Sorry, by Matthew McMahon. And the power play is back up top for USA Blue. Still 1-minute penalties with the shortened time frame of the games. McCardle to Kelly. Skip pass, back up to McCardle. Sidearm, hard shot. Jensen swallows that up. Gets away from him. He calls out. Nice job by Danny Bielowski to get that ball and pass it out. Paul whips it over to Beck Deckelbaum just underneath our booth. Deckelbaum reverses course. Paul fighting his way through the save by Miller. Don't think he got that one where he wanted it, but he had a lot of Blue pressure. Boy, this USA defense on both sides, their blue and their white teams, really doing some impressive work. The cool thing to watch about them is, as they develop, is that even a year ago, there were impressive athletes who you could tell were still learning the nuances of box lacrosse team defense. And it's amazing the difference they've made in a year where they don't really get to practice together. Hard sidearm pass, and the underhand shot by Fishman, swallowed up by Miller. I was talking with Tom Schreiber before the game. He said he's itching to get out there so hard. He is recovering still from some injury, needs to take the proper time to heal, but he wants to get out there and play with these guys. Saved by Jensen, makes it look quite casual. It was tricky as Connor Kelly was trying to bounce at 5-hole. Here comes Noah Molnar. They're yelling to hold it. They want to slow it down a little bit. Tel Aviv gets the ball back. Bergman with it. 2 seconds to shoot. Penalty coming to the States. Solomon didn't realize the shot clock was about to expire, but an illegal substitution call. So now it will be Tel Aviv's turn to go on the power play. USA Blue was not able to take advantage, but we'll see if Tel Aviv can. I'm being joined by Brian Whitmer, who's moved over from the camera to provide color commentary. Welcome.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you have been screaming at the camera for hey, show the ball, that was my fault.
Back out a bit.
Not the greatest camera guy.
Bergman gets it back from Deckelbaum. Thought about going to Solomon. Deckelbaum's shot is tipped, but it's grabbed by Fishman. Solomon up to Bergman. He'll let it rip. Saved by Miller. Tries to pounce on it. It's loose behind the back. Almost, but just enough to tip it wide. And they're going to say a loose ball push. Possession goes to the U.S. Chris O'Doherty, the veteran captain, will run the ball up the floor. In this strange lacrosse world, I talked to Chris O'Doherty the other day. He came up and said, hey, Stamper, good to see you and actually meet you in person. I'm like, have we actually never met? We'd never met in person.
That happens to me frequently. It's
Doesn't
like,
it?
oh, you know, hey.
You talk to people on the phone and in different circumstances.
Yeah, the Facebook thing's weird.
Yeah.
You know all about these guys. And
the feed through to Imala. He winds up down in the crease, and Jared Jensen will pick it up coming up to the final 2 minutes of this first quarter that I'm still adjusting to. I didn't know about the 410s thing for the semis until they announced it 30 seconds before the game.
Yeah, when that was said over the loudspeaker, that was news to me. But I love it. More free lacrosse, more lacrosse.
Bergman's got it. Down to Deckelbaum. He's stripped. Great job there.
Here we go.
Osika. And here's a run for Matthew McMahon. Fisher harassing him. Twister gets up out of play. And little Eric Fisher with some pretty outstanding work there on the reverse or the transition defense.
I'm a big Eric Fisher fan. When I was over there working for the World Championships, I got to hang out with Fish a lot. Went to practices with him, and we actually went to Jordan and Prague together. And yeah,
he's watched now by Matthew McMahon. As usual, he is dwarfed by his opponent, especially these huge U.S. defenders, but he gets the play done. Then the shot misses wide. He's going to turn and forecheck and gets possession back. He just couldn't get the pass, though, and McMahon drills him. Now it'll be picked up by Tim Edwards. They push it ahead. Kelly will immediately set up the O. Doug Udding all over Kelly. Double team. Somehow Kelly gets through that, but Udding stays with him. Pass up. There's Imala. Gets the shot off. Oh, Jensen was fooled. It got by him, but just went wide of the net. Doug Udding going to Colorado Mammoth Camp this year. He's one of those guys you think just needs a shot.
Just fantastic. But yeah, I think he can play in absolutely any game, on earth. He can play in any game. He would never be the worst guy out there. He's a fantastic
Paul
player.
Passed it off to Fishman. There's Bergman. Rips it around traffic. It didn't get through. Penalty coming now. I believe that's going to be Eli Gobrecht as he flattened Jacob Silberlicht. And you got to put some pressure on to flatten Jacob Silberlicht. He is one of the sturdiest people you will meet on this planet.
I think he took it right in the teeth, honestly. I think it came up under the mask. That might be.
Oh, it's three.
That might be more than 1 minute.
Oh. There are 2 fouls. That's what it is. I saw the 2. I thought they were saying. I thought it was actually 3 fingers saying 3 minutes. The first quarter will end, but there are 2 fouls against the U.S. So it will be a 5-on-3 opportunity when we start the second quarter after a scoreless first. And we're going to go to a break. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer. This is the last night brought to you by Nike Lacrosse.
What is the future of sport? The next evolution of athlete? Well, we hypothesize that athletes will develop the sixth sense, if you will. Extremely heightened instincts. If you look across the animal kingdom, a sixth sense is innate to many species. With the right tools, our athletes can acquire an inexplicable connection to see without seeing, to feel without feeling, to do things that for thousands of years didn't seem humanly possible.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
Welcome back to Cross Friends to the 2018 Lounge Night. I'm Steven Stamp, joined by Brian Whitmer. Scoreless first quarter, but a golden opportunity for Goldstar Tel Aviv with a 5-on-3 advantage if they can get this face-off. Ian Kadish will try and do so for Goldstar. He is up against Tim Edwards for the U.S. It's a protracted battle. Comes out and Goldstar is going to win that. You knew that was going to happen if it wasn't a clean win. They just had two more guys out there to get the ball. Bergman going to go up to the top. Paul will be the safety valve up top. No, they're going to go all five down in the play as Paul steps in a bit. Or are they? They're kind of going hybrid here.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Not sure. It's not. There, now he steps in. They are going all five. Deckelbaum scores. And it happens during the, well into the, or halfway through the 5-on-3. Now, I don't know when they're going to get the face-off done. I would actually, I mean, Brad MacArthur's a way smarter lacrosse coach than I am.
Yeah.
I might have taken my time out right there. You get one per half, do you know?
Is it one per half?
I would think so. I mean, it was one per half before.
The whole game, the whole tournament's been one per game. You know, for those people at home. Yeah, one per game.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, you do want to ice that penalty. You know,
yeah.
But
it's like a field lacrosse situation.
Yeah, the running clock's a whole nother monkey. You know, it's
So obviously Brad MacArthur would know. I mean, he is very well prepared for games. Quite a coaching matchup with him and Reggie Thorpe on the other side. Reggie Thorpe and his staff.
This is a great coaching matchup, actually.
Yeah, but doing double duty with the two teams. Tel Aviv has the ball once again. We are back to full strength. Bergman directing traffic to Deckelbaum. He's going to come set a pick. Bergman goes to the net, pulls around behind it, changes direction.
With an assist for number 77, Dan Malowski.
Deckelbaum up to Bergman. Danny Bielowski getting the assist. I don't think he scores a lot of points.
Not a whole lot. Danny Bielowski was actually supposed to be a NOFA when he arrived last night, but he was acquired by Tel Aviv.
What'd you get in return?
Case of balls.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Chris O'Doherty with the ball for the U.S. He's going to hand it off. Feed through, doesn't quite get to Amala, and Donahue can't reach it. So Jensen will pass it out, and Silberlicht is going to run over center. Cuts towards the middle. Corkscrew check attempt, and the stick is left.
That's a
smart
great play
by Moss to not take a holding.
Such a smart play. Wow.
Up to Deckelbaum. So many guys will try and pull the stick out. You're just going to hook them. Drive to the net, Solomon. It's good. It's a goal. The penalty was coming. It will be wiped out by Solomon's goal. What a glorious athletic play.
And I think they're calling that was a push. That's why there was no goaltender interference. You know, he was pushed into Miller. Yeah. That's 2-0, correct?
It is.
We're not seeing it on the scoreboard up there.
Noah Molnar has played with the Denver Outlaws. You can see he's still sporting the field bucket. I believe is that a Rattlers bucket?
No, that's a Denver. That's a Denver
Outlaws
Outlaws.
bucket?
Yeah, it's an Outlaws one.
All right.
Yeah, they are. Dallas is orange as well.
Yeah.
Score number 3, 8 Solomon.
Tim Edwards, or sorry, Jared Newman with the ball off the face-off.
My
Has it knocked out, picked up. No, Silverlick can't get it. He is banged. The ball's on the ground still. Dominique Alexander gets sandwiched, and it's Silverlick that comes up with it. Boy, there's some physical battles. As
yeah,
you mentioned,
there's some big bodies out there right now. Oh, we're gonna have too many.
To the U.S. Probably illegal substitution. It seems to be the call of the weekend. Jensen sprints to the bench. 15 on the shot clock. Solomon. Hard shot by Fishman. Swallowed up by Brandon Miller.
You know, counting to 5 sounds like a simple thing, but these too many's, and I don't think there's been a single game all weekend that has not had more than 2.
This time, but
that was a slash.
There's
okay,
been a
sorry,
bunch.
I didn't see the slash.
Yeah, no, I said that. I thought it was probably a 2.
And that's because we've just been seeing so many of those calls. It's like, you know,
inundated with them.
If you don't see the blatant, you know, if you don't see it, it's like, oh, probably too many.
Solomon. Bergman up the shooter spot, gets it back from Deckelbaum. There's Zach Paul at the top this time. Fisher up to him. 15 on the shot clock. Deckelbaum. Sidearm rip and scores. And you can see Deckelbaum hesitate and then obviously liked what he saw as he banged that one home.
That's 2 for him, right?
Yes.
Haven't seen the U.S. offense yet.
Not much of it.
No, really not, yeah.
And I mean, that's been their challenge throughout the tournament, and really, that's the...
And definitely not a settled, you know, full 30. I mean,
No.
you've seen a couple attempts here,
No.
but...
They have, I mean, they've been getting some settled chances, but I don't think they've been creating quite the chances that they'd like.
Yeah.
Since the early, obviously, the games that they were winning by quite a bit against the tougher competition, they have had some challenges. Of course, when you're missing Tom Schreiber and Connor Fields and Joe Risseteris, it's going to have an impact. O'Doherty takes the pass from Manning. He's driving to the net. Dives. The dead net gets displaced. Oh, nice job to swat it over to Bielowski. He gets run over by a truck named Adam Osika, another one of those big athletic U.S. defenders up in the offensive zone at this point. Applebaum hands it off, and Zach Paul. Four righties out for Israel, and they'll just isolate Deckelbaum. He goes for the hat trick, can't get it. It's picked up by Alexander, who absorbs the check, no problem. Tim Edwards on the run, just gets away from him. And Kruger, there's another huge human being.
Big people out.
The athleticism of these players.
Big people out here.
Silverlick sees Fisher cutting off the bench. Good decision not to give it to him. So Molnar will take the shot. No, he's not. He's going to pull it back out.
A wise decision. We got a lot of big bodies and Eric Fisher out there.
Yes. Fishman spins. 3-0 Tel Aviv. And I think some observers and some people within the U.S. team might be pretty shocked by the way this is going so far. I'm not shocked. I thought this would be a good game. I think Tel Aviv can play.
Yeah. The only shocking thing would be USA not on the board. I'm not shocked whatsoever by Tel Aviv getting 3 goals in this amount of time. The U.S. doesn't seem to...
The Cardinal spins. Great slide help, but he gets it over to Donahue. Can't find the net. Lucy is picked up. 10 on the shot clock. Kelly, little lever pass. Oh, what a diving attempt. Is that Dominique Alexander?
I think that was.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Now, was it Noah Molnar or Noah Solomon? Or
Noah Molnar is the defense.
or Nate Solomon that scored. It was Molnar that scored. Okay.
Yeah, those
Not
field
Nate
helmets
Solomon.
throw you off, huh?
They do. I get messed up by him.
There.
Oh, there's a goal for the U.S. Comes from kind of a broken play.
We actually have a rule on the Glasgow Clydesiders that no field helmets will be allowed.
I'm a fan of that rule.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know what? Especially for guys who, don't exactly know what you're doing. Hide.
Yeah.
Wear a disguise. Wear a
Right?
mask.
Don't point out, hey, I'm not an indoor guy. So a big goal for the U.S. to get on the board, make it 3-1, less than 2 minutes to go in the half. As not being able to score and not finding the chances you want can tend to build on itself, the frustration and the worry. O'Doherty wants play blown in. It is, and he's running with the ball. Silverlick tees him up. Pass through to McCardle. Anthony Kelly coming off the bench, trucks straight to the middle. Dive to the net, McCardle. He lands in the crease, goes through the crease and picks it up. You could have called any number of things there.
I like those jump shots as opposed to the dive. Probably much.
That's the Josh Byrne special.
Yeah. So much easier on the body, you know, when you land.
Callum Crawford really, I mean, lots of guys have done it, but Callum Crawford really popularized it a few years ago. And then Josh Byrne, as a rookie, he just blew
Lyle
people
Thompson's,
away.
You know, he has an arsenal. He has an arsenal. He can do whatever he wants.
1 minute to play in the second quarter.
Deckelbaum tries the swim move, gets his arm wrapped around the stick of Donnie Moss, then rolls the ball towards Miller as the shot clock was about to expire. We're into the final minute of the half. It's 3-1, as you can see for Goldstar. And we've got the time. I forgot this is the first time we've had the clock on the screen.
Isn't that nice?
It is.
There must be 2 timeouts per, you know, 1 per half now. So.
We will check that for you at the half. We'll have to see how long the break is at the half, if it stays at 2 minutes or if they go to 5. I would guess 5.
Yeah, longer games, longer break.
Yeah.
That's math.
Thanks. I think.
Yeah.
Timeout by the U.S. So it's 3-1 for Goldstar Tel Aviv. And I'll tell you, I did hear, I mean, there was one person with the U.S. team, I'm not going to divulge their role or who they were or anything, but was saying to one of the players, was saying, yeah, we play each other in the gold medal game at this time. We've got the semis this time, then we meet in the gold. And I thought, wow, I hope you're the only one who's thinking that way, because that is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you don't, yeah.
There's too much talent. 4 one-goal game quarterfinals means there's a lot of parity in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought USA was on the same side of the board.
No, they'd meet in the bronze or gold medal game if they both have the same result tonight.
You know, I'll tell you what, those are guys fighting for a spot, right? You know, in September, that would be an absolute. That'd be. I hope, whether it's gold or bronze, I hope we see that game.
Yeah, I kind of hope so too. I mean, obviously we're neutral. We just cheer for great lacrosse. And
I'm here to see lacrosse.
Nobody get hurt, but I wouldn't be averse to seeing a USA blue versus USA white. For one thing, I really like the uniforms, and it would look good with all of them out.
I'll tell you what, you know, there's something to be said for simplicity, especially with the U.S. You know, you see a lot of.
There's a long history of really gaudy U.S. uniforms.
You know,
sports. Not necessarily lacrosse so much, but I think U.S. lacrosse has put out some great.
Yeah,
great
we love our flag, we love our country, and but sometimes we just need like, hey, a little less of our flag.
Zach
you know,
Paul with 16 seconds left. They're going to wait. There's a 3-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now they're going to start to move. They've got 6 on the clock. Little pick. There's the shot. Went off the stick. Angled out from Miller. Got past him, but it rolled wide. And we will go to the halftime break with Tel Aviv holding on to that 3-1 lead. But it's just a 2-minute break. The momentum maybe shifting a bit to the USA Blue. We're going to have to take a quick break. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer. This is Nike Lacrosse presenting Lax All-Stars North American Invitational.
What is the future of sport? The next evolution of athlete? Well, we hypothesized that athletes will develop the sixth sense, if you will. Extremely heightened instincts. If you look across the animal kingdom, a sixth sense is innate to many species. With the right tools, our athletes can acquire an inexplicable connection to see without seeing, to feel without feeling, to do things that for thousands of years didn't seem humanly possible.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer, and I was saying, as we left for break, that the momentum seems to be swinging a bit to the U.S.
Yeah, I don't know if Goldstar's, laying off. I don't think they are. I think the U.S. is settling down and saying, hey, we got the athletes, we got the talent. We're going to play our game, not yours.
Yeah, and I mean that's just them settling down. This is one of the bigger games for U.S. lacrosse.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I mean, outside of World Championships, where have they really had bigger situations than this tournament where guys are trying to get to the Worlds and this new approach? I love this U.S. having 2 teams in this tournament, and it's just fascinating, and boy, it looks exciting for the future of U.S. lacrosse.
You know what? They did have that blue-white scrimmage at the LaxCon or the U.S.
in Baltimore. That was fun.
I feel like these rosters.
Ooh. Penalty coming. We'll see what it is. Somebody's going after Doug Udding. He throws a punch to Donnie Moss's face. That's a mistake.
Yeah.
Doug Udding getting a little fired up. I'm not sure who. Kyle Kropman races out of the box, the 4th official, and gets everyone back there. We'll see what the adjudication is here.
I think the U.S. is going to get the ball. I think the first foul, if they do assess a penalty, is going to U.S. and the second foul, the retaliation, if you will go against Goldstar.
There's one in each box. So we have a tripping call on the U.S. and then dead ball contact, which is an NLL-specific call against Tel Aviv.
So one way to kind of dress up like, hey, there's shenanigans.
Wait. They're both on Tel Aviv.
Oh, interesting.
So the first penalty is on Tel Aviv, the tripping call, and then
it's all against so Tel Aviv.
Kyle Bergman has received the tripping penalty, and then Udding gets the dead ball contact penalty. Okay, so now Tel Aviv had a 5-on-3 earlier.
Doherty got away with a little little punchy punch there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised with that they didn't even out a little more.
You'd think they'd at least send one American.
I mean, Udding, if you got the trip first, then O'Doherty gets one for jumping in.
Correct.
Udding absolutely gets one for the little punch at the end.
Yeah.
But it's 5-on-3, and McCardle, the U.S. also is going to go with 5 players in. McCardle drifting in from the top. It's Donahue on the near side of the shooter spot. Kelly waiting for the pass, gets it, rips it, shoots far side. 10 seconds in, he bounces one just inside the far post.
And then now is when you want that timeout. If I'm Reggie Thor, I'm saying you go line up for the face-off right now.
Yeah, get up there.
Because you're only going to get 15 seconds.
This is really odd that Ian Kadish is actually there first for the face-off. He's the one you wouldn't think would want to be there.
Yeah, and that's a whole 15 seconds going off this penalty already.
It's just ticking away.
Yeah.
Tim Edwards getting there now. The dueling 12s will line up once again at center floor. It's 3-2. USA pulls within 1. Oh, Kadish almost had that ball, but it's snagged away by Adam Osika.
We'll play 5-on-4 for 7 seconds after that. It was 43 when the goal was scored. It was.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's the end of the power play. They're waiting now.
Yeah, because you don't want that. You don't want that shot. No.
Passed through, but Donahue had fallen. Scooped up by Kelly. There's Donahue alone, misses. Oh no, it touched. Jared
there was a touch. Yep. Jensen gets the save. Yeah. Jensen is playing fantastic this week.
Tournament, he's been very good. McCardle, sidearm rip. There's another save by Jensen. Diving attempt. What a goal! It's good. That is Connor Kelly. He's having a breakout weekend.
I tell you what, he's a good box player. He's a good lacrosse player.
He is. I was talking to someone recently, an NLL team representative, who was saying what he'd really like to see is move the NLL draft after this, or move this before the NLL draft. And what you're seeing here is a perfect opportunity to see what these U.S. players can do that we haven't had a chance to see.
Yeah. And it's way more opportunity in game situation than one of these combines.
Against high caliber competition,
combines are
a different setup than the combine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me see what you can do in a game where it actually matters. It's a little different than the combine
and
mentality.
Make no mistake, these games matter to these players, especially
absolutely.
as we get further up. We're back to 5-on-5, but the U.S. is ahead now, 4-3.
There might even be a couple names that
That's correct.
you're not going to see at combines, and you're going to see here.
We get a chance to stand out.
Like you know, Brian Whitmer. Like we should draft Brian Whitmer. But
You're not eligible. You'd be a free agent.
Oh yeah.
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 You're past your draft.
Oh yeah. Well,
Sorry, man. I'd put you in there. Fishman, watched by O'Doherty. His clock is corrected. We are at 3-3 still. I thought that was a really fast takeover by the U.S. Fishman tries to grab it, can't get hold of it, and O'Doherty does.
So three goal runs for each team.
6:15 to go here in the third, as you can see on the screen. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer. Who will score next? Can the U.S. keep their run going, or does Tel Aviv battle back? That one goes wide. Anthony Kelly will get it. 11 on the shot clock, behind the back pass. Tim Edwards up for an offensive shift. Donahue to McCardle, 4 to shoot. Passes it down low. Okay, they don't get a goal there, but that is a very poised play by Kieran McCardle. He could hear the whole bench yelling, shoot, getting down low. He takes the time, realizes how long he's got, that he has time for one more pass to make a better scoring position.
Uses the whole thing and, lets his guys sub while he's,
Yeah, it may not be something we would have seen even, say, back in January.
Here we go.
Here's a breakout for Newman. Jensen holds his ground, taps it away with his hand. Goes to Manny, who picks it up. Fisher runs into him. Eric Fisher is fearless.
He's one of my favorite players.
Kelly will slow things down, back away from Kadish. Gets a pick. Silverlick on him. Don't be fooled by the name. There's a penalty coming to Tel Aviv. The shot.
That doesn't feel good.
By Kelly. Oh, that one bounced high. Pass down again. They go for the pass down late in the shot clock, but they weren't able to connect it. But the slash will come.
Someone grabbed that out of there, yeah.
That's going to be Eric Fisher. He was quite zealous in his checking, Eric Fisher. Now he'll go off for a minute or less.
If you're going to throw the check, if you're in Eric Fisher's mind, he's like, might as well throw it hard.
I'm not sure his coaching staff would agree that there was value in throwing it quite the way he did if he got a penalty for it. Again, the officials down there in perfect position to see things that we can't see. With
Fisher's
between us.
Fisher's a field goalie. Played at Binghamton.
Yeah. McCardle loading it up but looking for the pass. Amala thought about shooting. There's a cut by Amala. He's going to set a screen for Kelly, who rips it. Nice save by Jensen. I liking some of the movement on this U.S. power play. That shot well wide, though, and it's going to bounce out. Gets away from Seth Mahler. Big check by Udding. Has to be careful not to hold.
I used to live with Seth Mahler and Netanya.
You lived with a lot of people over in Netanya.
Yeah, great roommate.
Guys based there.
Yeah, we got out of that house as soon as we could, and we moved our separate ways. But he was a great roommate.
Nice pass there. Leaving it for Paul. He's got a step. Great recovery though by McMahon.
These U.S. players are just so fast and strong.
Yeah.
They might not have the experience, growing up playing juniors and, years and years playing box lacrosse, but they are
3 seconds to get a
athletes.
shot off. Deckelbaum rips it off the hand of Goa Abrams.
Looks like we had a hand up.
Yep, the penalty stays up. I thought it might have been just the reset, but Jensen going to the bench now. Shot to the far side. It's going to be tracked down. Will it go over and back? Oh, it goes into the bench. Just as Solomon got out there.
Curious what the call is this time. Hey. Get the refs. Get the signal.
Up top is Zach Paul getting the ball back from Deckelbaum. Solomon.
USA penalty to number 8, Chris O'Doherty. 1 minute minus for illegal cross check.
So illegal cross check to O'Doherty.
2:41.
Shot by Bergman, turned aside, but he's the first one there as it bounces back.
He had Goa going the other way.
Dives, scores. It's a beautiful goal by Kyle Bergman. He's known for his outside shot, but he's had a couple of those beautiful dives from behind and tucking it in.
I believe that's the second time he's had the go-ahead goal that I've been watching. Yeah, I think Kyle Bergman's it was either Kyle Bergman or Eric Fisher had the wraparound diving shot to win the last game in the quarterfinals there.
Anthony Kelly pulls that faceoff back between his legs. Grabbed there by McMahon. He's going to go for a run into the offensive zone.
Oh,
there's a drive to the net. Connor Kelly grabs it. Kelly goes for the dunk. Can't get that through, and it's snagged there.
He's like, wow, that looks like fun. You saw it on the other end? I'm going to give it a shot.
Into the offensive zone. Paul, it gets away from Paul. He's going to run back, get position. And here's a chance on the run. Donnie Moss can't quite find the target. That one will bounce out of play, and it's Tel Aviv possession. We're down into the final minute of the third quarter. Wait, even with the extended time here, these games are flying by. 40 minutes of playing time. It's fast.
These 10-minute quarters they're quick.
Bergman takes it. Deckelbaum. That shot goes up, and his helmet is knocked off. Deckelbaum wants a penalty. "14 seconds, Tel Aviv."
Jensen's kind of walking to the bench. He decides.
Don't think he's going to go. Seth Mahler gives to Bergman.
Decides to stay home.
6 seconds. He'll just rip one. It tips off someone in front. That almost worked out for Tel Aviv, but it went wide of Noah Abrams. So, through 30 minutes of play, it is 4-3 in favor of Tel Aviv. We'll come back to the Lasnai, presented by Nike Lacrosse. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer. See you in a minute.
What is the future of sport? The next evolution of athlete? Well, we hypothesized that athletes will develop the sixth sense, if you will, extremely heightened instincts. If you look across the animal kingdom, a sixth sense is innate to many species. With the right tools, our athletes can acquire an inexplicable connection to see without seeing, to feel without feeling, to do things that for thousands of years didn't seem humanly possible.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technologically advanced, doctor-developed, scientifically backed, industry-changing mouthguards are the most protective, lightest, talkable, breathable, comfortable, drinkable, removable mouthguards on the planet to guarantee you're protected. No matter what comes your way, the Sisu Next Gen. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We are ready for the final 10 minutes of regulation time in the first semifinal of the 2018 Lax All-Stars North American Invitational. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer. Thanks to Nike Lacrosse for presenting this tournament. It is 4-3 Goldstar Tel Aviv. What a battle we are seeing, Brian.
Oh, this is awesome. This is what you came to see. Everybody's been kind of waiting for these Saturday afternoon games and living up to the hype.
O'Doherty takes the pass. The captain moves into the offensive zone. Martin Bowes looking for someone to throw to. Low shot swooped up by Jensen. Kelly tried to get it. I think he would have been in the crease if he had picked it up. Here's Molnar running into the offensive zone. He's going to take his time. Hands it off to Deckelbaum. Deckelbaum with a pair of goals today. One each for Molnar and Bergman. Then Connor Kelly with two for the U.S. and Martin Bowes with one. Bergman trying to swim through traffic. He is swallowed up by Moss and Osika. Bergman fighting through again. He gets knocked to the ground, but the shot clock was expiring anyway. A minute into the fourth. Edwards will run it ahead.
These U.S. guys are so smart on defense. They know exactly when to double. If you're not looking, that train's coming anyway.
Which, again, is not something you could have said in the recent past. The work that Chris Schiller's doing with this club is amazing. Obviously, the players working very hard and obviously smart and dedicated enough to make it happen. But still, it's happening quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely a big change.
Loses the ball. He's going to look ahead. Still battling to get ahead. Fights over center. It's a bit of a stick to the face. That passes up. Newman just pushes away Danny Bielowski. And will go get the ball and run over center.
They are, the U.S. is meeting you at the midline. They are, there's some big bodies out there.
McCardle, the cutter. Nice save on Jensen as Amalo was all alone. That one's going to miss the net. It's grabbed by Kadish. Looking to pass, realized he had nothing but green space in front of him, and he'll run ahead. But he's got Matthew McMahon going out to meet him. Deckelbaum.
Hand goes up.
Penalty coming to the U.S.
Jensen shakes his head. I'm not going for a run.
Over and back. So play will be blown down. The thing for the goalie, when you switch again to these NLL rules, goalie's been playing CLA all summer. That is Eli Gobrecht, but they've been playing CLA all summer where if there's 10 seconds left, 12 seconds in the shot clock, you don't bother running to the bench.
No, absolutely
because first shot kills the extra man advantage. The dead ball, the delayed penalty is blown down, but with these NLL rules, you can get a rebound and keep going.
I like that rebound. I really do. Why should I have to stop my offense because I committed
right?
because you committed a penalty?
Until you get possession, forget about it. Solomon. Fisher's right in the middle. Bounce shot, doesn't get through. Goa Abrams stops it.
So Brandon Miller's a smaller goalie. Now we're seeing a much larger unit with
McCardle with the short-handed opportunity. Udding's going after that ball. He'll get there first. Hustled by Donahue coming after him. It's going to be early. It's a goal. What a play by Doug Udding. That is spectacular. The sprint to get the ball and yet still have the composure to be able to put that shot in.
Dylan Donahue made a mistake there. Did you see that? He hedged. He thought his bench was over where the Tel Aviv bench was, or he started running back towards his USA bench. You just got to run in.
It's always a tough decision, and once you make one decision, either way you've got to go.
Yeah.
Either you're going to the bench or you're going back. If you change, it's too late with the speed of someone like Doug Udding. Jared Newman picks up that ball off the faceoff. 5-3. Tel Aviv is ahead. Moss with the pass ahead. Kelly goes to the net. That one's stopped by Jensen after somebody helped to limit the shot he was able to get off. Here's Silberlicht. Taking their time to set up. Solomon comes across the top. Brett Manny picks him up. Diving. Deckelbaum. He's not going to get that one.
He got up there too, yeah.
Oh, it was? It did hit Goa Abrams. Fishman passes it off to the far side. Silberlicht gets a pick from Deckelbaum. He gets run over by Brett Manny. Silberlicht's going to the bench to get a defender out. And Danny Bielowski is touched, is tapped out there. It's a good thing he was, as he had to go and get the chance. There's Kieran McCardle scores. And Bielowski was standing on the bench, not ready to go. They actually kind of pushed him out. He did get there to limit Alexander, but without the stick, it was hard for him to continue.
That'll cost him a shaft.
Yeah. U.S. pulls back within one as McCardle gets his first of the game.
What a beautiful finish, too.
It was. Again, the jump shot.
The jump shot.
It's a great alternative to the dive.
This is a brand new carpet. I believe it's brand new as of 2015, but it's a beautiful carpet, brand new.
Great shape.
But if you dive on it, it's gonna cut you up.
So grabby.
Yeah. It's abrasive.
Score.
U.S. face-off win. Osika will run into the offensive zone. He's got a man off the bench. It's McCardle. Nobody gets him, but Jensen stops him. They've got to be picking up Kieran McCardle coming off the bench. The lefty in this fourth quarter is so dangerous. McCardle trying to fight his way through. He was rammed to the ground by Utting. Boy, Doug Utting's having himself a game.
He just shows up to makes the simple, smart play that he didn't have to make.
McCardle has a chance. Feeds it back door and just missing. It was Davey Amala.
Great call.
Went through the crease and Goldstar gets it. Molnar wants to pass. He gets it from Kadish. Watch there by Gobrecht. Turns around and gives it off to Bergman. 1-goal lead for Tel Aviv. I'm sure they'd be more comfortable if they can add to it. Bergman with a pick from Deckelbaum. Slip pick. Gobrecht just fought around it. The catch by Fishman. Penalty coming.
To Solomon.
Solomon? An offensive slash. Wow. You don't see that very often. It was completely away from
in this fourth quarter. That clock is ticking, though. I mean, it's a run clock.
Down to 2 minutes.
Down to 2 minutes. Them assessing this penalty, they got to get going quick. And they have time to score one goal.
No, they'll be fine. McCardle will start with it. He'll play the top of the power play. 3 lefties for the U.S.
Tel Aviv penalty number 3, Nate Solomon. Point minor for Sashi.
Brad MacArthur and his staff won't be happy with him taking that penalty in the offensive zone, 180 feet from his net. McCardle at the top. Loading it up, makes the pass. Kelly with the shot. The rebound, scores. Davey Amala.
What a goal.
Opportunistic and acrobatic.
Just like Reggie drew it up.
Yeah. Connor, you take the shot. Davey, sneak in behind everybody as it hits the goaltender. Scoop it up as you're diving and flick it home.
Yeah.
It's pretty good coaching.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
5-5. We reach the 2-minute mark and the clock stops. Edwards and Kadish, the dueling dozens. Oh, I actually like that.
Who dueling dozens?
Yeah.
Wow.
12 and 12.
You did a good one there. Dueling dozens. We should keep saying it.
Yeah, dueling dozens. It was picked up there by Newman. He's pushed back over center by Silverlick. And it gets away from Manny. He wasn't sure where the ball was, but hustles back and gets it. Great awareness and presence and poise by Manny to get that ball back. U.S. with a chance to take
great
the lead
pressure
now.
from Silverlick too. He took half their shot clock away with that
Shot
pressure.
by Kelly. That's going to be an over and back, and Tel Aviv will get possession with a minute and a half to go. They're not going to wind up picking out. The clock is stopped for that over and back foul violation.
I believe both teams have a timeout. If
Yes,
teams
they
have
get one per half.
Okay, we did clarify that.
Yeah, I went down and checked at halftime.
Outstanding.
No surprise that we have a tight game here. We've had tight games all the way through this latter part of the tournament. Deckelbaum with the shot. Reset, but it's going to be Alexander gets there. No Gold Star players were close. And again, this is the 5th game of the tournament for these teams. Okay, U.S. has taken their timeout. 1:09 to play. How long do they have on the shot clock? It's gone up to 30. It shouldn't be at 30.
It's on 30, yeah. It's definitely less than that. I believe I'm hearing the officials say 25.
That would make sense to me. Yeah, there it is at 25. I am Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer. This is the Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational, brought to you by Nike Lacrosse. The full schedule tonight at 7 p.m. live, USA White versus Thompson Brothers Lacrosse right here in the Onondaga Nation Arena. And then the bronze medal game will be at 8:40. That is back to the 3 15-minute quarters. No, 2 15-minute halves. 3 quarters? That wouldn't even make sense.
3 quarters,
Then,
75 cents.
There you go. And then at 9:30, the gold medal matchup, and that will be once again 4 10-minute quarters. And boy, that's going to be exciting. 4 1-goal quarterfinals.
I really want to see a USA game.
In either, right? Bronze or gold.
Yeah, bronze or gold, doesn't matter to me. I want to see it. Those guys be literally fighting for roster spots.
Anthony Kelly is going to start with possession for the U.S. We don't see a ton of him playing up in the offensive zone.
That is interesting.
And late in the game, My guess is he's going to pass the ball off, and they're planning for him to go and try and open up some space for someone.
Yeah, go run someone over.
Yeah.
Here comes the train.
Goes to Kruder. Then sets a pick on Udding. A little pick on the back of the goal. It works. Connor Kelly, his third of the game. And
Connor Kelly's having a night.
An illegal pick called, but it wasn't quite enough pressure on the pick by Kelly.
Oh, that little butt pick there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't really make all that much contact. He was definitely moving, but he didn't take, no advantage was gained. Good, no call.
Yeah. And we haven't seen a lot of illegal picks called in the game, so that's what you want, the
Yeah,
consistency.
you know what? I'm thinking about it now. I probably should have tried to get away with a little bit more this weekend. I only saw, like, 1 or 2 calls per game. Of,
there you go. The Dueling Dozens out there once again.
Dueling
Edwards
Dozens.
And Kadish will get this one at 6-5 U.S. They have pulled ahead by a goal. Can Goldstar tie it up? When will they take their timeout? There's Solomon. Shoots. I don't know if they're going for the 2-for-1 there. I don't know that I love that shot selection.
You kind of,
They may have been wanting the 2-for-1 opportunity.
It's unfortunately you see it a lot. It's the guy with the field helmet taking a shot that hits the floor first. Outdoors, yeah, it's fine to hit the grass. It'll bounce into the much taller goal.
Donahue fighting to keep possession. Molnar all over him. Here's Udding now. Knocks the ball loose. It's touched Wovian over and back. We couldn't see what happened underneath us. Oh, and they're going to give possession to the U.S. Goldstar can't believe it, and the section behind them don't like it much either.
Somebody doesn't like it. Great pressure, though, by Kruder.
There's the pass down low. Just 12 seconds left. The U.S. can't kill the rest of the clock. Jensen takes a swipe. And that's going to do it. What a matchup.
Hey, turn the camera. Turn the camera. Hey,
corner.
Camera. Here comes the boys.
Oh, and the benches are coming off.
Why would you leave the bench? Get on the bench.
Yeah, they're leaving the bench because the game's over. They're going to go and meet with their goalies.
Yeah.
But the U.S. team has gone into that corner as well, where they don't belong.
I don't know. If I'm coming off the bench, at that speed, I'm not coming to say, hey, congratulations, goalie.
Yeah.
But that little stuff, that just speaks to the intensity of that game. That's a 1-goal game with the last goal scored with a minute left.
And nothing really over the line going on.
No. Yeah, just hey, I didn't like this, and you didn't like it, so we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna announce our 3 stars shortly.
Yeah. I agree. I agree to the fact that the choices we just made. We were kind of signaling here at the table.
So
I'm not just talking to myself.
A 3rd star of Jared Newman for the U.S. Terrific game that he had. Our 2nd star from Goldstar Tel Aviv is Doug Udding, number 34. What a game he had. And our 1st star with 3 goals, Connor Kelly, was brilliant.
That's an easy one, yeah.
Brian, if you want to keep talking for a bit, I'm going to take this down to the guys. If you want to wrap it up, or do you want to just go now?
We'll
wrap it up. We got another game coming real soon. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Whitmer. Thank you for being with us for this Nike Lacrosse presentation of the Lasnai here in Onondaga.
What is the future of sport? The next evolution of athlete? Well, we hypothesized that athletes will develop the 6th sense, if you will, extremely heightened instincts. If you look across the animal kingdom, a 6th sense is innate to many species. With the right tools, our athletes can acquire an inexplicable connection to see without seeing, to feel without feeling, to do things that for thousands of years didn't seem humanly possible.
At Sisu, we take a very scientific approach to making sure our technological